This is the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 5.
Right.
They were driven forth from among men.
Driven forth from among men. This is a history lesson right here. Right, man?
They cried after them as after a thief.
Right.
To dwell in the cliffs of the valley. In the caves of the earth.
In the caves of the earth. Who is this talking about? Who's the caveman? The man that dwelled in the cliffs of the rocks.
Right.
You know who it is? The white man.
That's right.
Right.
And in the rocks. Among the bushes. They brave.
Among the bushes they brave. So among the bushes they was acting like straight up uncivilized human beings.
Right.
Right, Rick?
And under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools.
Children of fools. I mean,
yea, children of base men.
Children of base men. What we just read in Daniel. Right? He giveth this earth to the basis of men. Go to Job 9 and 24. Go brew that. Go brew that and give this place unto the basis of men. And the men that don't mean you no good.
Right.
Let me read that book.
This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it?
If not, where and who is it? You like the white man doing all of this out here, then who the hell doing it? The Arabs?
Right.
The Arabs doing it, right?
Right.
The Arabs got us in the prison. The Arabs are the ones that's going around on all these streets with police uniforms on, killing and shooting our brothers. That's the Arabs doing that?
Right.
The Arab is in the White House right now?
Right.
You niggas are silly as hell. You niggas are silly as hell. The Arabs are not the Edomites. I said it. The Arabs are not the Edomites.
That's right.
Edomites is a white man. These so-called white man, woman, and child out here. That's what Edomites are. That's what this book is talking about. Those that live in the cliffs of the rock. Right? Let's go to Obadiah. Start at verse 15. Obadiah. Let's go start at the top. Start at the top of Obadiah 1. We're going to find out if this is talking about the Arabs.
Right.
We're going to find out just exactly who this is talking about. Actually, put your finger there on Obadiah. And before that, let's go to Matthew 24 and 20. Read some. I may flip those down. It's 28, maybe it's 28, 28. Let's just say where the eagle is, there the carcass. Might be 28.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 28.
Right.
For wheresoever the carcass is.
Wheresoever the carcass is, the dead body. You know what a carcass is? The carcass is a dead body. So if you look out on TV at all of the police shootings, those are dead bodies. So wherever they are, right?
For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together.
There will the eagles be gathered together. Look at the eagles walking by right now. I've never seen it. This is Minnesota and Bennett. And the eagles are out here. The dead bodies, the ones that stand over the dead bodies and clap and think it's funny. There they go. This is unprecedented. This place is finished. This place is finished. If you see this on camera, this place is done. It's time to come out of this place. Read that one more time.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 28.
Right.
For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together.
There will the eagles be gathered together. Right? That's similar to for those that standing over the body of George Floyd.
Right.
Standing over the body of the brother Brown. Is standing over his body. Because they the ones that they are the reason for why he's there in the first place. So that's who Job is talking about. If not, where and who is it? If it ain't Mr. White Folk, it's not the Edomites, then where and who is it?
That's right.
Point them out. Give the evidence of who it is that's doing this to our people. And have been doing it for years. It goes back a long way. Let's get First Maccabees. It goes back a long way to when they came back into power after being driven away, what Job is talking about. Driven up in the high places, driven out from among men. Because they were dirty, disgusting people and nobody wanted to be around. You get these Christians up here, they don't want to talk about the Bible. They claim they love the Bible, they claim all of this, but when we start challenging them, I guess they feel that spirit. Maybe that's what it is. They feel, this guy knows what he's talking about, and I don't. I sit and listen. I don't actually read the Bible. So I don't want to deal with this dude. And they pass out flyers. We come out here and teach. We ain't doing flyer pass outs. We're teaching our people the Bible. Why? Because you can't go to it. What we serve up out here, feeding the spirit of the people, you can't go to church to get it. This ain't in church. You got to come out here to these highways and byways and get this. This is the truth. And the truth shall make you be that way. That's what I'm talking.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, has smitten Darius, the king of Persia.
This is a kingdom change. Right here. This is where the Edomites have strengthened themselves and now they're coming back into power.
And the Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece.
First over Greece. That's very important. This is where things started to roll over. That's why when you go down to Pennsylvania Avenue, places look like Roman Greek architecture. Because now they're bringing it back.
And made many wars, and won many strongholds. The kings of the earth, and went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations.
Right? What does that mean? That means some of these people he didn't have to fight. They heard about him and they just gave it up.
Right.
They didn't want no parts.
Right.
Of this man called Alexander, who you are referred to as the Great. We call him the Greek or the freak.
Right.
Right, so that he was a mighty man. Just like Nimrod when he came up. He was a mighty man. And he slew and took spoils from many nations of people. So let's read about this, right?
Insomuch that the earth was quiet.
That means nobody wanted to mess with him.
Before him.
Nobody wanted to mess with Alexander. Nobody wanted to kick up no dust about Alexander. Quiet. The same thing happened with Solomon. When Solomon ruled, the earth was quiet. Nobody wanted to mess with Solomon. It was quiet. Everything was shh. crackers were quiet amongst us when Solomon ruled. They didn't want no problem. So here we have Alexander in rule now, and the earth is quiet again.
Whereupon he was exalted,
Right?
and his heart was lifted up, and he gathered a mighty strong host.
Amen. Amen. You a Christian?
I'm a Christian.
What happened?
You say I'm a Christian?
I'm asking you, are you a Christian?
Yes, I'm a Christian.
You understand the Bible? So what makes you a Christian?
You believe in God.
What about God? You don't believe in Him?
You believe in God too.
Okay. You didn't say that. You said you believe in Jesus. Is that right?
God, God, the Son, God, the Holy Spirit.
So,
Is that what you believe?
no,
Oh,
no.
which one are you?
What do you mean, which one am I? What does that mean?
Denomination are you?
We don't practice denomination. We practice law, statutes, and commandments. Do you? You keep the law, statutes, and commandments? Laws, statutes, and commandments, and judgments.
Are you a Christian?
We're the real Christians. And you're the fake. I don't think so. As a matter of fact, I know you can't. You can't fellowship with us. Because the Bible speaks against you people. Did you know that?
That's far off.
Yeah, you way off. Yeah, you way off. It's you people that oppress us. The Israel masters of the Edomites. Israel masters of the Edomites. That's our church. You know who the Edomites are? Old Testament tribes? Yeah. They're dead now, they're all gone. I don't usually do that. I don't usually like talking to Let's get back to it.
Book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 4. And he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him.
So he ruled the earth as it was at that time. He ruled the whole earth as it was at that time, so much so that he started dividing and divvying up this place. Tributaries and things like that. Read on.
So became tributaries unto him. And after these things, he fell sick.
Fell sick. Yeah, because he was a butt boy. He loved to do a butt. Right? He was a disgusting, putrid animal who liked the little butt of boys. So he fell sick, right, Green?
And perceived that he should die.
And perceived that he should die, so he know he ain't had long left to live. So he perceived that he was going to die.
Verse 6. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth.
So he called his boys up, all the rest of the butt bandits, and said, what did he say? Read.
And parted his kingdom among them.
And parted his kingdom among them.
While he was yet alive.
While he was still alive. So he was like, yeah, you know, I'm on my deathbed here, gentlemen. So I'm going to part up my kingdom to you all. And give it to you. Right? And you continue to run it the way I want you to run it. You continue in my ways. Right. You continue doing the way I want it done. Don't deviate too much. Continue to do it the way I planned it out. Read.
Verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years
12 years, right, read?
and then died.
And then died. This is in the history books.
Right.
Right? This ain't no lie right here. This ain't something that was made up, as people think it's made up in the Apocrypha. That the book of the Apocrypha is not what do they say? It's not what do they call it? It's not the part of the original canons and all this
Or inspired.
or spiritually inspired. It's not a spiritually inspired book. That's nonsense. Because this very history right here is in your history books. He died after 12 years. Right? Read on.
And his servants bear rule everyone in his place.
Bear rule everyone in his place. Right, read?
And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Right, because they wanted to be like Alexander. They wanted what too? Right? They wanted the spoils of what it was to be a ruler at that time. So instead of them allowing someone to appoint them to be kings, they did it to themselves. They put crowns on their own heads. Right? Read.
So did their sons after them many years.
Read.
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
Read that again. Evils.
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
One more time.
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who and where is he? We bringing it out right here. Here he is.
Right.
Alexander the Great.
Right.
The Macedonian.
Right.
There he is right there. Down in verse 43.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 43. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
41. Select.
Now verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus.
King Antiochus is one of that wicked root that came out of the line of Alexander. Let's see what he did.
Wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
All should be one people. That's what you hear now, right? We are one. We are one. Everybody is together.
Right.
You know, if you're in this country, you're called an American. If you're born in this country, you're called an American.
Right.
And you can gain citizenship.
Right.
Right? You want to be an American, you can gain citizenship no matter where you're from. You can come here, and then after you gain citizenship, we'll start calling you an American too. That's where it started. Read.
And everyone should leave his laws.
Everyone should leave his laws.
Laws.
Key word there. Read.
So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
All the heathens agreed there what?
Yea, many also of the Israelites.
Many of the Israelites, read,
consented to his religion.
did the same thing. Capitulated. Caved in. Started doing things outside of the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
You know I was gonna do it.
That's what we read about in Daniel 9, saying that we all have sinned and fell short. So now here we are, y'all. So now, here it is, where Antiochus put a decree out and said that y'all can't do those laws.
Right.
We ain't having that. Because I run this place, like Joe said, we're going to do something different here. We're going to change the place of the rulers here. And we're going to do it my way. Right? Let's get 2 Maccabees 6 and 6. Watch this. 2 Maccabees 6 and 6. Because he didn't just stop there. This thing rolled on and on and on. And the book of Maccabees is about the brothers who was up against that. The brothers who rose up against this wicked root. said, we gonna keep laws, statutes, and commandments. Period. End of the story. And we gonna fight and spill blood and give blood for it. So watch this with this, man.
This is the book of Second Maccabees, chapter 6 and verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts.
Or ancient, started, what's that, 4 or 5.
Okay, fine. This is the book of Second Maccabees, chapter 6 and verse 5. The altar also was filled with profane things.
Start at 1.
God, this is the book of Second Maccabees, chapter 6 and verse 1.
We want to get context. Yeah, we want context, like Christians say. Read it.
Not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers.
One of our own, he sent a cool nigga to help us to make the transition from our laws unto a wicked rule.
And not to live after the laws of Yahweh.
And not live after the laws of God. Imagine that.
Right.
Imagine that. This guy was sent to say, you need to stop doing the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. That's a scary thing. That's a scary job to undertake right there. Man, read.
Verse 2. And to pollute also the temple in Jerusalem.
And to pollute the temple. Yeah, you were chosen to die.
Right.
your lot in life was to do this and then get punished and finished. Because that's wicked. Read more, please.
And to call it the temple of Jupiter.
Call it the temple of who?
Of Jupiter Olympus.
Jupiter Olympus. They call planets that now. They call planet Jupiter. They call the planets Mercury.
Right.
Mars.
Right.
We giving you history. We giving you a history lesson here. The Greeks did that. The Romans did that. Read more, please.
And that in God's realm of Jupiter, the defender of strangers, as they did desire that dwelt in the place. The coming in of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people.
We didn't want to do that. We didn't want to leave our laws, statutes, and commandments because that's our heritage.
Right.
That's what gave us our strength. Keep your finger right there. Let's go to Jeremiah 15 and 6. Jeremiah 15 and 6. We're gonna come back to Second Maccabees. But this is why we didn't want to do it. This is why this vexed us and vexed us so to leave our laws, our statutes, and commandments.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 6.
Right.
My people have been lost sheep.
Because now we're lost. Now we have nothing. Now we kill each other. Now we can't even say hi and good morning to one another. Now our children are going on the buses treating our old women like trash. Amen. Lost sheep. Read.
Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
And because they go to these churches who don't teach them a damn thing, they go astray now. Read.
They have turned them away on the mountain.
Turn them away on the mountain. Their shepherds is that same shepherd, that old man in Second Maccabees.
Right.
That's one of them damn shepherds.
Right.
That turned them away from their God. Read.
They have gone from mountain to hill.
Gone from mountain to hill. Gone from the people that's on top, the biggest and the baddest, to the lowest of the low. Read more.
They have forgotten their resting place.
Read.
All that found them have devoured them.
All that found them, all these nations that found them have devoured them, right?
And their adversary said,
Listen to what they say.
we offend not,
We don't do nothing wrong. Why?
because they have sinned against Yahweh.
Because they sin against Jehovah. So they allow it. They know damn well who our refuge is. Let's go back to 2 Maccabees. So this guy was sent down, this old guy was sent down to take us away from our refuge, from the Most High God Yahweh. That's where our power lay. That's where our safety was. In the Most High God. But he started capitulating to what the king said. And doing what the king said, and went and so much as to go down and tell his own people, look, forget those laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Led astray. Our shepherds have led us astray. Read more, kid. Read it out there.
Come. This is the book of 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 4. For the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles.
Riot and reveling. I mean, they were in there fighting. They were in there playing basketball, football, naked. They was in there doing all kind of madness in the temple.
Right.
A holy place. Read.
Who dallied with harlots.
Dallying with harlots. Having orgies and playing sex games in the temple. This man was sent to tell them to continue to do that. Read more.
And had to do with women within the circuit of the holy places.
Had to do with women. That means having sex openly. Open sex. Completely, a complete 180. This man was sent down to do that. It sounds like a Christian pastor to me. You don't gotta do the laws no more.
Right.
That's old.
Right.
You ain't gotta do that. You ain't gotta stand up here and be a man and be holy and set apart no more. Don't do that. That's what these Christian pastors tell you. That's what they tell you. You ain't gotta do that. All the laws are done away. You live by grace now. So that's what this is talking about. Trying to say we live by grace and not by law, statutes, and commandments, because that's the Old Testament. Read more of it.
And besides that, brought in things that were not lawful.
Things that are not lawful. Hold your finger right there. Let's go to Isaiah 65. We'll start at verse 4. Isaiah 65. Just gonna break this down and open up your understanding to what happened, how we became earth and pictures. It wasn't just the white man, it was our people too. It's our people that helped. A disgusting root of people that came down and helped us turn away from our power.
Right.
You heard what the people, all of the nations said. They ain't doing nothing wrong.
Right.
They sinned against their God.
Right.
Read that from me.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, and verse 4.
Right.
Which remain among the graves and lodge in the mountains, in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh.
Which eat what now?
Which eat swine's flesh. And broth of abominable things in their vessels.
And broth of abominable things in their vessels. This is what happened. This is what our people were teaching one another.
Right.
Hey, don't keep the laws, man. Them laws got a menu in there. You ain't gotta do that.
Right.
Go get you some crab, shrimp, lobster, mussels, clams. Go get that. You can eat that. That's food.
Right.
Go eat that. Read that verse 4 one more time.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, and verse 4. which remain among the graves, and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh, and broth of abominable things is in their vessels.
Broth of abominable things. So what we got? Clam chowder, right? Crab bisque.
Right.
Right, what's that they eat down in gumbo?
Right.
Where they throw all kind of foolishness into a little soup.
Right.
Right. Broth. Read more, please.
Which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me.
Right, so when we try to tell him, it's abominable, they say, get the hell out of here.
Right.
I love shrimp.
Right.
I love crab. Some of y'all think y'all eating a delicacy just because you eat a damn lobster.
Right.
You eating a sea roach.
Right.
That's what you eat. Roaches. Right, Reebok? Stay away from me, right? Don't come near me, right, Reed?
Come not near to me,
Right?
for I am holier than thou.
I'm better than that. I'm holier than that. See, y'all ain't eating like we eat.
Right.
Y'all can't go to the places we go. Y'all can't go to Bay and Surf and spend this kind of money
Right.
on shrimp, crab, and lobster. Because y'all ain't got the money to do it. The king crab legs, y'all get them little legs from the wall. We get the king crab legs.
Right.
You bragging. Slide up for again and read that.
Verse 4, which remain among the graves, and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh, and broth of abominable things is in their vessels, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense, even recompense into their bosom.
You got a problem. Let's go back to 2 Maccabees. You got a problem eating that swine's flesh. You got a